My name is Duddy, settle builds and stuff. I want to show you how to cause absolutely humongous ignitions with the Icebreaker for a start, with the Sanguine Alchemy and a fragment that I've featured a couple of times called Ember of Combustion. Make all your solar final blows whilst you're in the well, cause absolutely humongous ignitions. Some other little things along the way as well. We're also going to be looking at the Mask of Fealty, that's been changed. But mainly the video is going to be about how good Icebreaker feels in this GM. It feels absolutely great. It's got a sniper rifle surge in this GM. And if you've got Icebreaker or just grabbed it, it feels really, really strong in this GM, guys. Absolutely wonderful. We're also going to be taking a look at the Mask of Fealty. This has recently just got fixed, got changed, working like it's meant to. And this also does some nice work in the GM as well. So where we'll start off with this video is the Mask of Fealty. We all know what it does by now. Null factor, withering blades, hits and bounces create small stasis crystal and refund a portion of the melee energy. Using withering blade to shatter crystals or frozen targets releases a spread of withering blades. The bottom bit wasn't actually working before, where your withering blades to destroy frozen targets wouldn't release the spread of withering blades, but they actually fixed that in the update last night. So obviously I wanted to go test it out, and basically I've just got a few clips to show you it working. It never used to do this before, so whenever you shot at a frozen target it wouldn't activate that fanfire of withering blades. And as you can see, it's working now very, very nicely. So you're going to get loads and loads of these little melee blades, withering blades firing everywhere, loads of stasis crystals everywhere. It was already good before, now it's back at full power. Good change. Next thing I want to talk to you about is the actual GM. Overcharge sniper rifle, 25% to sniper rifles, and a stasis surge, 25%, which obviously fits the Mask of Fealty sort of buff if you want, really, really nicely. You'll see here, these are GM enemies, and they just get wrecked by that blade, which feels really, really nice, just being able to kill things with that blade. Really, really strong. Look at that again. These are all GM enemies, like I said. One blade, and they're gone. And obviously, you've got your Stylish Executioner on there to make yourself in and out of invisibility. Now, regarding the sniper rifles, I love Icebreaker, and with it being 25% extra damage, it feels so good. Obviously, the final blows assists with other weapons or ability have a chance to create ammo for Icebreaker. Defeating powerful combatants will create multiple rounds. And then you've also got defeating a target with this weapon causes them to explode. Precision final blows or shattering a frozen target instead triggers an ignition, which again fits nice with a Mask of Fealty. I've done a video on this. And you've also got landing a hit on a slowed or frozen target as a chance to return a round to the magazine. That's the catalyst. So you literally got infinite ammo, infinite ignitions, and it just feels so good. Just being able to do so much damage to these champions and bosses with the overcharged sniper rifle. The Mask of Fealty, ignitions left, right and centre, free ammo. It just feels so good. Another little thing I want to touch on is a Facet of Dawn or Radiant. Whenever you get Radiant with Icebreaker and you break a barrier shield, you will cause an ignition for the next 4 or 5 hits. So even more ignitions to add to that. And before I go into it anymore, this idea was discovered by Cheese Forever. I will link that video in the description. So just getting even more ignitions on a Radiant anti-barrier break. Now, the next one is a very good chest piece to run. Again, I've done a whole video on this. Sanguine Alchemy. While standing in any rift, damaging a target will mark it. You deal extra damage to marked targets and gain additional bonus damage with a weapon that matches your damage type. So, obviously, Icebreaker Solar, you're going to get 25% increased damage whenever you put your rift down or you well. And then you're going to get an extra 10% when the enemy is marked. Basically, put your rift down to get 25% and an extra 10% if the enemy is marked. A 35% damage increase, which is nuts. Ember of Combustion, final blows with a solar super, causes targets to ignite and creates a fire sprite. Well, this is a strange one. It's always been like this because when you're standing in a well of radiance, solar ability final blows, it actually counts to solar weapons. So it sort of does something strange. It makes your solar weapon think it's an ability, therefore proccing your Ember of Combustion. So I just want to show you this working now. You get 1 ignition, 2 ignitions straight off the bat with Ember of Combustion and Icebreaker. Now I did mention 2 ignitions because what actually happens, I've got this clip to show you. You will get an ignition from the precision hit and then you will get another ignition from the Ember of Combustion. So you actually get 2 ignitions. I slowed it down, one there, another one on the right, and then pop, there's another one just on that right hand side there. So you actually get 2 ignitions for running a well, an Ember of Combustion, and Icebreaker. And like I said, you've only got to put your rift down, and you'll see there I've got a solar weapon boost times 4 plus the 25% surge in the modifiers in the GM for the extra sniper rifle damage, and it just absolutely wrecks. And again, when you inside that well of radiance, you are radiant, so you can always get that anti-barrier little cheese going as well. But once you sort of got your well down, you also get an extra 25% solar weapon surge, so it doesn't just have to be your rift, and of course when you're in a well, you're going to get that radiant as well. So it's just absolutely huge, and he's marked up, so you're going to get 25% plus another 10% extra damage and being in a well, and it just absolutely wrecks everything. I did a video on Sanguine Alchemy covering a few different weapons. I will link that video as well, so I suggest you watch that one as well, because I go into it a bit more detail. But you can literally clear rooms of Icebreaker, and this setup with Sanguine, Ember of Combustion, it just feels absolutely fantastic. Really, really strong. And don't forget, at the moment ignitions are actually not working as intended, so in the future they're going to get buffed again, or back to where they was. So this build, this setup will become even more deadly, and so will Icebreaker. So I can't wait for them to get it fixed. I just wish they'd have done it yesterday. I was sort of hoping there was, but bear it in mind for when they do actually get fixed. So regarding everything that you've seen, I will leave all the details for both videos. I did a video build with Mask of Fealty Icebreaker, and I've also done a Sanguine Alchemy build. I will link them. So yeah, just to finish off, get your Icebreaker out in this GM. It just feels really, really good. And the Mask of Fealty fix with a stasis surge as well is also extremely good. I hope you found this video somewhat helpful. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.